Well, probably one of the most exciting things in art making is when you make something that surprises you and you didn't think you could make. It often comes about because of an accident where something's not working and you keep struggling away, and then this process of it not being resolved leads to it being resolved. And when you make something, or when I make something that surprises me, that pushes my creativity, it's very satisfying. And I guess that's a hook for artists, that not everything, when you're creative, not everything works. So when it does work and you make something beyond yourself, that is very exciting. I've always liked things that were made by hand and admired people who make things by hand. Technology is driving us all the other way. Instant photos, instant gratification without any study. I like things that are made by hand with a struggle, and there's a humanness in that that's very, very attractive. I hope people will see that in the work and absorb that. Working surrounded by my painting, sculptures and prints, often one thing leads to another. So a painting can develop into a sculpture, or vice versa, a sculpture can develop into a painting. And then I do different sizes. It's like creating a family of friends and characters. All the techniques in art making I regard as equally important, and in my early years I did spend a lot of time on etching and then lithography, years and years and years. And quite a while back, probably around 2000, I started to get more into painting and sculpture because I wanted to make a balance. I wanted to be a more creative artist that worked in all the techniques and not just one technique. And it's still that way now. I like to have 2D next to 3D. It's quite interesting to see the same idea as a sculpture and as a painting side by side. There's something about that that's very interesting. The studio is a very passionate place for me to work, and I'm surrounded by optimistic pictures which lead to more sort of hope and more positive thoughts. The art making is addictive. It's gone on for years and years and years. And you think that, oh well, ideas are limited and they're going to dry up, but luckily they don't seem to, because one thing often leads to another. And working across printmaking, sculpture and painting, they all feed off each other and flow into each other, which has really helped, my creativity. I'm trying to amuse myself, but also talk about serious subjects like the environment, for example, conservation of birds and creatures, the human being, our relation to birds, to dogs. It's all sort of there in the work. A sculpture like the young boy with owls, he's got an owl in each hand, and it's like he's supporting nature. And he's not trapping it, the birds are actually free to fly away. There's a similar theme that runs through my exhibition, so subjects like the bird, the house, the human figure are sort of common through the shows. So this exhibition will have a lot of birds in. Everything is new, everything's been painted or sculpted in the last 2 years or so. All my bronze sculptures are made with the same foundry in Melbourne, Perrin Foundry. So over the last several decades we've worked together collaboratively, and they've helped me realise my sculptures. It's quite a drawn out process, it's quite an old technique, but it's absolutely fascinating, and a lot of my sculptures are made as small edition. I hope people will find a joy in the work. It's obviously open completely for interpretation, but I'm trying to make images about positive things in life, and hope. And the last few years have been really tough for everybody, and I'm trying to make some sort of beacon of happiness and joy that I hope people will absorb some of that sort of aura from the works.